Knock in the rock, be wrecked out.
In March 2025, officers on patrol in Albany, Georgia, spotted a pickup truck speeding and driving recklessly. They accelerated and activated their emergency lights to initiate a stop, but instead of pulling over, the driver hit the gas and fled, setting off a fast-moving pursuit. The driver remained defiant, recklessly accelerating with no regard for the safety of others. Despite officers' attempts to safely intercept the vehicle, they were initially unsuccessful, but the events that followed would make the driver regret fleeing. Finally, through expert maneuvering, officers managed to disable the vehicle. Additional units quickly arrived, removed the driver from the car, and placed him under arrest. He was then taken to the county jail to face the consequences of his actions. In June 2025, the normally quiet ICO Grant 56 area erupted into chaos when an Arkansas Highway Patrol officer spotted a speeding vehicle that immediately fled when the officer attempted a stop. Within seconds, a high-speed chase exceeding 90 miles per hour was underway. As the car tore through multiple streets, Grant County units and patrol officers closed in, forming a coordinated pursuit. Several patrol cars were damaged while trying to block its path, prompting officers to deploy barricades and more aggressive tactics to bring it under control. Yet it was the final stop that proved to be the decisive moment.
All right, the radio. Show battle southbound, 167. Flags are successful.
At Oklahoma Street in Sheridan, the car finally stopped after a series of pit stops, but he jumped out and tried to run away. But within seconds, police were on the run and were able to subdue and arrest the suspect. He was then booked into the Grant County Jail on multiple felony charges. On August 14, 2021, while on patrol, an Arkansas Highway Patrol officer spotted a car racing down the road. He immediately activated his siren and gave chase, but almost as soon as the pursuit began, tragedy struck.
Southbound Timber crossing 19, going east on 19th. East on 19th crossing coming.
Knocking the rock, you wrecked out, 16.
Cars local, roll for 19th. 19th. Wait over here. 19th will stand by. Central suspects in custody, you can clear the channel. Can you start me moving to 18, please? Affirmative. All units, main channel is clear. Main channel is clear. Resuming on the channel.
After a short distance, the car lost control and collided with another vehicle, flipping over in the process. Officers quickly surrounded the wreck and arrested the driver without further incident. He was later booked into Little Rock Jail on multiple felony charges. On April 2, 2022, an Oklahoma Highway Patrol officer spotted a vehicle speeding and initiated a traffic stop. But what began as a routine pullover quickly escalated into a life-or-death pursuit when the armed suspect refused to comply and took off.
City shots fired. They shot one through the back window. Ooh, that was ugly. Through the front windshield. He's still continuing to fire.
During the chase, the driver turned and opened fire on the pursuing officer, but fortunately, no one was injured. Realizing the danger, police executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to lose control and come to a stop. The suspect was quickly arrested and later transported to Oklahoma City Jail facing multiple felony charges.
My sister might have something in there as well.
Hey! Hey! Stop!
On September 7th, 2022, an Arkansas Highway Patrol officer spotted a red Pontiac traveling at an unusually high rate of speed on Interstate 55. The vehicle was quickly stopped by police, but as officers approached, a strong odor of marijuana filled the air, turning what should have been a routine traffic stop into something much more serious.
Step back here, back in the car. Any weapons on you? Nothing in the car? No, sir. All right. So what's the deal? She woozy. Why didn't you take her to the hospital back here?
Because I had got off right here on my way here. She started saying she wasn't feeling good, so I got off. Otherwise, I would have never got on.
All right, you got an ID on you?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, give me your ID. Corner of your car. That way, if anything happens behind us, you don't get hit, okay?
All right. Put her front up there.
Yeah. Right up here on the front corner for me.
Oh,
All right, ma'am. Here's what I ask you to do. Go ahead and jump off your telephone because I'm going to talk to you for just a second. Step out for me. Step right back here. All right, let's tell you, I'm going to go ahead and place your purse up here. I'm going to tell you your rights, okay? You're not under arrest right now, but I want you to know your rights before I ask you any further questions, okay? You have the right to...
When officers asked to check the car and its documents, the driver and passenger initially seemed cooperative. But as the search began, the female passenger suddenly jumped into the driver's seat, left the original driver behind, and sped off, ignoring police commands. Just minutes later, disaster struck, ending her escape for good.
And my sister might have something in there as well.
Hey! Hey! Stop! Put him in custody. Female jumped in the car. She did. She wrecked out. RC 1016.
no, I'm not going to get out.
You're not getting
Oh, my God, bro, man. She, oh, my God. No, you did not want to see this girl. No! No, bro, no, man. She went under the sin, man. The car split in half, mama.
The female passenger fled only a short distance before crashing. The impact split the vehicle in half. Police arrived quickly, called for assistance, and pulled her from the wreckage. She was taken to a nearby hospital and survived. After her release, both she and the original driver were booked into the Crittenden County Detention Center on multiple felony charges.
Around 1:05 a.m. on March 14, 2025, Trooper Lucas was working a license checkpoint on Jedburgh Road near the Berkeley County line when a Nissan Altima approached, briefly stopped, then sped off, ignoring officers' commands. The vehicle fled into Berkeley County, and Trooper Lucas initiated a pursuit. Sergeant Knotts assumed supervision.
Trust me,
No, occupants. It's a white sedan. Looks like I believe I was right. It's a Nissan. Plate's gonna be 1012 Charleston. 432 Alpha Delta Quebec. 432 ADQ. I see one unit behind me.
It's not here behind us, it's a little bit far back. Stop you in the car.
I'm gonna get the GPS up. Speed's 112, still light traffic, still on Jedburgh. I My cross is going to be cross coming up on Stonegate Lane. That's a curve. That's a curve, Bubba. All of a sudden, F-19, make sure we notify Berkeley County as well.
What's your take?
Coming up on 176. Speeds 120. No traffic currently. I'm right behind him. We're coming up on the light now. We're going to be making a right, going straight across the light.
The pursuit continued at speeds of 100 to 110 miles per hour with light traffic. The suspect ran multiple red lights in a reckless manner. Trooper Lucas maintained distance, following from behind and monitoring the suspect's actions.
Speeds 110. We're right behind him.
There's a nasty curve up there.
Copy. He's going to be in the number opposite lane. Traffic's still clear. Speeds 112. Coming up on Ambassador Avenue. Negative.
Alright, you over to check to him? About 2 tries. Let the core count you up.
We're on Jedburgh still, coming up on secondary 16, Long Ridge Road. Copy. We just turned off, we're on Black Tom Road. A for Black Tom extension.
Can you turn on Black Tom extension?
A firm, Black Tom extension coming up on Black Tom Road. Speeds 100, no traffic.
The suspect vehicle continued down Jedburgh Road, onto Cooper Store Road, then turned right onto Black Tom Extension. At one point, the driver appeared to lose control, but quickly regained it. Trooper Lucas followed through the grass onto Black Tom Road and continued onto Gillard Road.
Headed up to Willis Lane. Speeds 84 on him. 92.
To the left or right?
Left. That was a left on Black Tom Road. It's front bumper's going to be hanging off. Losing control here a little bit. Coming up on moderate traffic.
You might have to go down towards the intersection, probably 4 miles away.
I believe he's leaking fluid. We're coming up on 17A. Continuing straight across, straight across. Left clear, right clear.
Yeah, there's fluid on the road. Yeah, but watch out for the curves on Gilliard. That's right, Dave.
10-4, we're going to be on Gilliard Road, coming up on March Lane.
Just working up, they turn left or right on 52.
He's blacked out on me. We're headed, coming up on 52 here in a moment.
What's your speed?
Traffic's light. Speeds are 100, coming up to the red light. Clear left, clear right. Coming up on the train track, still on Gilliard Road.
There's a dead end.
He advised the dead end. He just took a right on Old Highway 52. I'm right behind him. His car's slowing down. We're at speeds of 50, 60. Gonna go for a pit. We got Berkeley en route to me. We're coming to a stop here, Mulberry crossing lane.
The suspect then turned onto Old Highway 52, slowing to around 55 miles per hour. After an unsuccessful pit attempt, the suspect came to a stop near Mulberry Road. The driver and sole occupant identified as Daniel Bennett Jr. Bennett was transported to the Dorchester County Detention Center and charged with failure to stop for blue lights, second offense, driving under suspension, third offense, and reckless driving.
Let's check.
Yes, sir. I apologize.
You got anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, stab me?
Yes, sir.
All right, hang tight here for a sec. You got him?
Right on Ashford Street, head northbound.
On July 11th, 2024, Chester County Sheriff's deputies initiated a traffic stop on a vehicle driven by an individual with a suspended license. The driver's actions during the stop quickly escalated the situation.
It's going to be on a white truck. South Carolina 28 is 602 Alpha Golf Romeo. 602 AGR. 20 is going to be at Chester Hospital.
Boss, go ahead and step out of the car for me. Okay. Hold on for a minute, man. Damn. Let me roll my window. Damn, let me roll my window. I got to set it to roll the window. Man, come on, man.
Still on. The bypass. Right on Ashford Street, head northbound.
1050.
Following a high-speed pursuit, the vehicle lost control and came to a stop at a corner. The driver, identified as Eric Bernard Jones, was arrested at the scene. Officers discovered multiple drugs inside the vehicle, and Jones was subsequently transported to the Chester County Detention Center. On May 18, 2024, the Arkansas State Police received an urgent call from a unit in pursuit of a fleeing vehicle, requesting immediate backup. Officers swiftly located the suspect vehicle, sparking a high-speed chase. The suspect continued to flee at a dangerously high speed, driving with extreme recklessness and complete disregard for public safety. Despite repeated police commands to stop, he refused to comply, further escalating the situation.
He's off the road, off the road. Roll over, Jeep, roll over. Vehicle road over. We're here at 165. Y'all don't rush the vehicle. Do not rush the vehicle. Call out.
A precise tactical vehicle intervention, TVI maneuver, was successfully executed, causing the suspect vehicle to lose control and roll over multiple times before coming to a stop. The driver, identified as Marquise Mason, was taken into custody at the scene. He was transported to a hospital for medical evaluation prior to being booked into the Ashley County Detention Center.
At about 9:25 p.m. on January 1, 2025, Officer Hicks was conducting a traffic safety checkpoint at Eastview Road and Holland Road in Rock Hill, York County, South Carolina. At approximately 9:28 p.m., a Chevrolet Malibu approached and stopped. The driver, dressed in black and wearing a ski mask, was asked to present his license. He checked his pant leg, then claimed his license was in the back seat. When Officer Hicks instructed him to pull to the side of the road, the driver suddenly accelerated at high speed through the checkpoint. Officer Hicks quickly returned to his patrol car and initiated a pursuit.
Show me 10-0, Eastview, come on, Zinker Road.
This is D86.
D87.
10-4, 10-33.
What's your traffic in Los Angeles speed?
It's gonna be light traffic, speed's 115. We're still on Eastview Road, Woodville.
Woodfield Road. Woodfield Road.
You close enough to him?
I'm getting close on him now. Chester DA7. That 1038. It's going to be South Carolina. Tango Yankee November 267. Tango Yankee November 267. Alright, we're East View Road and McConnell's Highway. Taking a ride on McConnell's Highway.
The pursuit continued onto McConnell Highway, where speeds reached 95 miles per hour before climbing to 110. Officer Hicks observed a single occupant in the vehicle, dressed entirely in black. With traffic light on the roadway, he noted that a pit maneuver could be attempted if the suspect slowed down.
You go north or south?
It's going to go south toward Chester, McConnell's Highway and Herndon Farm Road. McConnell's Highway and Herndon Farm Road. Speeds are 110.
Traffic.
Light traffic.
Got one Bravo Mike in the car?
I believe, yes. One Bravo Mike in the vehicle. Wearing all black.
When he came by, did he say anything to you?
10-4, he stated his license in the back seat and then took off running. Alright, we're McConnell's Highway and Hickory Hollow. McConnell's Highway and Hickory Hollow. Speeds are 125.
Sure, make sure we're past with Chester High Speed. Sure.
Model 245.
Alright, we're Highway 322 coming on 324. Highway 322 coming on 324. Speeds are 95.
If we're PO signaling on traffic in this speed.
10-4, light traffic, speed is 80. Light traffic, speed is 80.
10-4. You use 1035?
10-10. Alright, we're 322 Randolph Road. 322 Randolph Road, speed is 95. Increase the speed to 100 now.
Is he driving normal or is he driving erratic?
We have light traffic. There's no traffic. He's driving pretty normal. Coming up on vehicle, he is driving erratically.
Is he staying in his lane?
A firm. Alright, we're 322 Williamson Road. 322 Williamson Road.
You coming up to him yet?
The chase continued at speeds over 110 miles per hour, at times climbing to 125. Officer Hicks noted the driver's erratic behavior, especially when approaching other vehicles. It became clear that the pursuit needed to be brought to an end quickly to prevent danger to other motorists.
22 coming on Gordon Road, speeds are 100. Still light traffic.
Got any cars coming by you?
I've had 2 so far. He's staying in his lane.
Yeah, what's his speed now?
We're at 90. He's slowly slowing down here at 322 in Brattonsville. 322 in Brattonsville, speed's 82 now. Got light traffic, one vehicle on my left side. We're still on the right side. Still driving pretty normal.
Come back through.
Alright, speeds are back up to 100. Coming up on Brattonsville still. 110, 110.
More light traffic.
10-4, still light traffic. Oh, so you catching up to me yet? Alright, we're crossing over 322 in Brownsville now. 322 in Brownsville.
D78, you called us to him? Yeah, I'm right behind now.
Alright, take over radio.
10-4. They know every road you pass and what your speed is. We're just currently at 120. It'll drop out on 322. Hey, boy, what's your speed? Speed still at 120.
Alright, be careful, he's going another lane here.
The other car's coming.
10-10, all clear.
What's your 1020? 678. There's 322 on Chester Highway. So you get 321, let me know which way you go.
$10.50.
General EMS.
The chase continued at speeds over 110 miles per hour, at times climbing to 125. Officer Hicks noted the driver's erratic behavior, especially when approaching other vehicles. It became clear that the pursuit needed to be brought to an end quickly to prevent danger to other motorists.
On the map, near West Street on Colorado Highway.
January 22, 2025, a routine traffic stop near Highway 71 suddenly turned into a high-speed chase when the stopped vehicle suddenly fled. I immediately joined the pursuit, entering Fort Smith, where the suspect swerved wildly, rushing through intersections, ignoring red lights, disregarding the lives of others. The pursuit veered off Towson Avenue and into an apartment complex, where it briefly appeared the chase might come to an end. However, the officer's swift and strategic response ensured that any hope the suspect had of escaping would soon be replaced with regret. When the suspect refused to comply with verbal commands, K-9 Unit Rick was deployed to assist. From the passenger side of the vehicle, officers observed the suspect brandish a dagger, immediately escalating the threat level. In response, officers broke the window and struck the suspect's hand to disarm and gain control. Following a brief struggle on the ground, the suspect, identified as David A. Bruce, was taken into custody.
Get on the car! Get on the ground! I cannot get him off of you till you get on the ground! Straight to the ground! Go straight, get on the ground! Right, where are you?
14 calls, bro. How you doing, man?
At around 7:15 p.m. on April 5th, 2024, Trooper Thomas was on patrol when he witnessed a drug transaction happening directly in front of him. The buyer emerged from a red Toyota Tacoma. Trooper Thomas immediately stopped his vehicle and approached the driver. During the interaction, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
How you doing? I'm Trooper Thomas, State Police. What's your name?
Roy Flowers.
Roy Flowers. 10-4 on Aggie and Howard. Can you step back here with me?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any weapons or anything on you?
No,
Okay.
oh, I have a pocket knife.
Where is it, in your right pocket?
Left glove.
That's fine. It's not on you?
No.
Okay, just step back here. Dispatch 1030 seconds.
After a few minutes of pursuit, the driver veered onto the roadside grass and made a U-turn. Trooper Thomas attempted a tactical vehicle intervention at that moment to stop the vehicle, but the maneuver was unsuccessful.
Yeah, he circled it. We're going back to the apartment complex.
Maybe that Walker Blade.
Not telling you northbound south. We're just circling the scopes.
Ready. Get up there and I'm at 37 right now.
I'm in South County.
The driver avoided main roads and repeatedly cut across grassy areas in an attempt to escape. It appeared the tactic was working, as patrol units struggled to keep up in the uneven terrain. However, that didn't mean he was going to get away.
Went to the field east. Those apartments. He just crossed the belt. He's going north of the field, north of belt.
Greensboro?
Yes, sir. Southbound Greensboro now. TBI. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the fucking ground. Okay, wait. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground, officer. I'm on the ground. Stupid. Give me your hand. Oh, I can't. Keep your hands up.
Minutes later, as the suspect returned to the main road, Trooper Thomas quickly closed in and executed a successful TBI, sending the vehicle into a tree and forcing it to stop. The driver surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident. A quick search of the vehicle and the suspect revealed a large amount of cash and drugs.
We're on 15 at Old Mill.
I'll bring LB.
Simple. I'm assuming it was some kind of drug. He made a hand-to-hand. I got that with him.
It's about an 8 ball. I don't know, y'all were going through this. I don't know if you're in the field or the field or not. I don't know how big that area was.
It's behind the fire department. Marketplace.
In the next incident, a driver tried to outrun police, forcing them to use multiple pit maneuvers before finally bringing the chase to an end. On August 16, 2025, at about 2:16 a.m., Trooper Medley spotted a white Nissan Altima with objects hanging from its rear-view mirror, creating an obstruction. A registration check through ACIC revealed the car had no active insurance policy. Positioning himself westbound on Broadway, Trooper Medley waited as the Altima left a nearby gas station. He observed the vehicle cross Broadway onto Water Street and moved to initiate a traffic stop. The Altima eventually came to a stop at the intersection of Franklin and Wolf.
West Franklin and Wolf Street with a white Nissan Altima, Arkansas, Adam Henry John 92 Charles. Adam Henry John 92 Charles.
Hold on. I am Trooper Medley. What I can say, please? Hey, the reason I put you over is obstruction of view. Right here, obstruction of view. Having out, stuff hanging from the window. You got your driver's license, proof of insurance? Hey, roll this down a little bit.
I don't do that. I don't truck no more than you. Don't do that, y'all.
Roll this down.
Here you go, my sir.
You got a driver's license?
No more than y'all, man. Y'all, that was wrong. Y'all just left the snow.
Be honest with me. How much weed you got in this car? Man, I can smell it.
Man,
you don't tell me I can't smell it.
My man.
Hey, roll this down.
He was the one that
roll it down.
Trooper Medley stepped out of his patrol car and approached the driver, later identified as Colby Jamal Taylor. As he spoke with him, Medley immediately noticed a strong smell of marijuana coming from inside the vehicle. When asked how much marijuana was present, Taylor rolled his window up, ignoring instructions to keep it down. Moments later, Corporal West arrived at the scene, at which point Taylor suddenly sped off in the Altima, sparking a pursuit.
I'm secondary. Left on Franklin.
West on Franklin.
East on Broadway, turning back on Gorman.
East on Broadway, turn on Gorman.
Back towards the region. Adam Henry John 92 Charles. TBI.
TBI.
Take him back out. It's Whitebush. We're on ground. 32 is Buford. We're on secondary. Where's on Buford?
My sound is getting up to the eye again, coming up the cherry. Going north on cherry. Turning on Murray. I'm Murray. 11 just hitting again. He's still going. Take it to the eye. Take it to the eye.
The pursuit continued at speeds of around 60 miles per hour, with officers repeatedly attempting pit maneuvers to bring it to an end. However, none of the attempts were strong enough to force Taylor to stop. As the chase moved on to Cherry, then turned left onto Murray, and finally north onto Robinson, Taylor began to lose control of the vehicle. At that point, Trooper Medley executed a series of pit maneuvers, forcing the Nissan to a stop. Taylor attempted to jump from the car while it was still moving, sparking a brief foot pursuit. He was quickly apprehended, though he continued to resist, forcing officers to take him to the ground a second time, during which he began spitting at them. The subsequent investigation confirmed Taylor was a convicted felon in possession of a firearm, violating both state and federal gun laws. He was transported to the St. Francis County Detention Center without further incident.
Everybody around.